What is up, YouTube? Are here today, and I'm going to teach you how to be better at Black Ops 3. Oh no, no! And after that little intro clip right there, we will start our loading screen. So my plan today is I'm going to teach you guys what to do with some simple tactics on Black Ops 3 that will get you kills over and over, guaranteed. Now, these are simple tactics. This is the first one, and it is made for a single person. So we're going to pick our class here and run off to the battlefield. Now, our first tactic is a simple one. Right off the bat, don't start with running down the middle. I mean, it's a kill box for a reason in these maps, melee. So run the sideline here like I am. What this allows you to do, it allows you to take on one or two targets at a time because not everyone runs the sidelines. So you will be less likely to get killed right off the bat. Fair enough? Alright, now let's move on to tactic number 2. So the second tactic is simple. Don't be afraid to bug out when stuff gets a little uneasy. So in that scene right there, it ended up being the guy rejacked and I lost where he was and I saw multiple enemies, so I bugged out. So on to the third tactic. The third tactic, when this guy runs around this corner, it's going to be quite difficult for me if I didn't practice 180s, and that's the third tip. Practice your 180s. If you go out there and you spin 180 degrees, 15 times before a match, you'll do it better in a match, guaranteed. So when this guy comes around, it's going to end up working out better for me because I can spin 180 degrees. So here we go. Turns the corner. Alright, let's move on to the next tactic. So this one's pretty simple. Use cover. If they only have a small area to hit you with, they won't be able to hit you. This poor guy runs around the corner and just gets plowed. Pretty simple tactic.
For lockdown.
So this next tactic sometimes can be kind of counterintuitive in the sense that you're running into danger. So if an enemy runs around the corner, just like this guy's getting ready to, out of sight, most of the times what they'll do is they'll turn around and wait for you. Now, we'll see here that that's not a good thing because Black Ops 3 allows you to slide, which, when you're sliding, you're quite a bit harder to hit. And as this guy's getting ready to find out, when you're shooting, even if it's sporadically, spray and pray method, which is what I use here, it ends up benefiting you in the end most of the time. Now, sometimes they can be too far away or whatnot, but it's still a tactic that'll get you kills. So we'll watch this guy slide across, and bam, plowed under once more. Okay, let's move on to the next tactic. Now, this tip is pretty also counterintuitive. Now, most of the time what you think you want to do is aim down the sights and try to get as many rounds into the target as possible, and that is the case. However, when they're further off, sometimes that's pretty difficult. Now, this tip is simply spray and pray. Do small little O-like or C-like patterns in the air, and you'll see that this guy can't get away from him either. Most of the times this work is when you have people that are also shooting at them, and most of the time you'll get the kill. However, sometimes they'll end up stealing it from you and you'll get an assist. Now, it's not always a bad thing. So now this next tactic arises from quick scoping. Now, what I mean by that is you end up having to lead and assume where your target's going to be, and that's the next tip. Always try to imagine where the target is going to come from. You'll see when I come down and turn the corner, I aim right because that's the first possibility where an enemy might be, and then I aim left. And what happens when I aim left, I lead just a little bit and allow her to run into my crosshairs, which ends up with the kill. So we aim right, and aim left, and she is dead center of the kills. So now this next one is a little quick, and this one's actually a little harder at times. What you need to do is you need to allow yourself the ability, in a tight situation, to melee anybody. Now, in Black Ops, it's not an instant kill if they have full health sometimes, which does suck, but in this case it works out for me. So you'll see when I come in, I'll clear one guy, and look around and clear the next guy by meleeing him because I was able to be that close in that situation. The next one can oftentimes be confused as camping. However, what you're doing is strategically placing yourself at a bottleneck. What a bottleneck is an area that enemies are funneled into naturally. So on this map, it's the middle. That little house, there's ways, even from the side, you can get to that little house, thus the bottleneck. So in this clip, you'll see me jump up, take advantage of the bottleneck area by standing on top of this building, clearing out a couple guys, and missing one of them, sadly. So oftentimes on this, where people go wrong is they stay too long, thus turning into camping. Now what that does is it shows the enemies where you will be, and they can simply turn the corner and shoot you before you can even see them in most of the cases. So after this, you'll see me jump down and turn. Here's a quick little tip: always watch your 6. Now what you can do with that is you can either listen or look on your mini-map, and I'll turn around here and blast him. That's just a quick little tip. Now this next one is sometimes counterintuitive and it doesn't work very often, but at times it does and it saves you. And the tip is just to keep shooting. I mean, in this scene, I get shot at and then heat waved, and I just keep shooting even though I can't see anything, which then leads to a kill because he runs back into my spray. So, if you guys enjoyed this, if you want to see more tactics, group or single, let me know. You want map analysis, anything. Subscribe to my videos. I try and produce them on a weekly basis. Hit that like button, it does me a lot of good. And recommend me to a friend, because the best thing you can do to help me grow and get better is a recommendation, online or otherwise. So, like and subscribe, comment below.